Chief Executive Officer and co-founder of Stellapps Technologies Private Limited, to please join us on stage. Let's keep that applause going as he makes his way up onto stage. And yet again, he will receive his trophy at the hands of our chief guest. Request the chairperson to present him with the certificate and a little gift bag from our editor. May I request Mr. Ranjith Mukundan to say a few words.
Thank you, Businessline, for this wonderful award. Really means a lot to us. And we look up to people like you with 145 years of legacy as an inspiration. Thank you for that. Thank you, jury members, for supporting this. Thank you for feeling sort of vindicating our hypothesis that cows also need Fitbits. You can do things like facial recognition of animals to digitize them, and also cows can get on the cloud. So thank you for believing in that hypothesis, because when we started 13 years ago, none of people believed it's possible, especially in Indian context. I was telling the minister that our technology is today deployed in really difficult places, including our really remote areas where network connectivity is not that great. I still remember times when to send data to the cloud, we would actually first transfer the data to the a person's mobile phone, and that person would then cycle. And then eventually the network would come up and the data would go to the cloud. But today it's much better, thanks to the government infrastructure, thanks to Aadhaar, thanks to the mobility. That problem is well and truly solved. 3.5 million farmers on our platform in 42 states would not have been possible without the support of a larger ecosystem. The government, of course, is the biggest supporter. We've had incredible support from the Technology Development Board, DIT, MITI. We're the Government of India recognized startup. So we got a lot of support from you. Thank you, sir. You're part of that machinery for that support. We were incubated at IIT Madras. Professor Ashok Junjunwala and team have been very ardent supporters to make this happen. So a lot of kudos to them. I'd also need to call out my family. My wife and daughter are here, and my parents. Thank you, Jelo. Thank you, Shreya. Because there's been a lot of discussion about 70 hours a week, but when we took the plunge and did that, it's like we feel anything below 100 hours a week is tough. So without the family support, that's the only thing we do. We wake up in the morning and then we sleep at night. Everything in between is work, or everything in between is life, which happens to be work. We've been also ably supported to reach these 3.5 million farmers with a good bunch of investors. So we've had backers like Qualcomm, Gates Foundation. Gates Foundation did their first ever equity investment in India, and it was. And when I actually met Bill Gates in 2016, we were one of the 4 shortlisted companies, and he said, if you can actually make this work in places like Eastern UP and Bihar, who happen to know Bihar and Eastern UP really well, he said, then you can actually take this in any other part of the planet, because those are some of the hardest parts of the planet. And if you're able to digitize those villages, that dairy, you can then certainly take it everywhere else. We had Omnivore, we had IDH, Farm Fit Fund. We had new generation debtors like Stride Ventures and Samunati and Avanti support us. A whole slew of people which made this happen. Really appreciate Businessline and the team for supporting us. So look forward to doing more. Thank you so much.